Let's move over to the defensive side of the ball. Who's a defensive rookie who you think is going to make an instant impact this season?
So I went and looked at a team that I think is going to be one of the better teams in the AFC, and I think because of that, he's going to have a ton of opportunities. He's going to step in, and he's going to have a great season. It's Kanell Elam out of Florida who went to the Bills. I mean, I think this is a team opposite Tre'Davious White. He's going to get a lot of opportunities. I'm sure you saw it, Chris. I don't know if our viewers saw his interview process with the Bills, but you talk about a young player. A lot of times the jump isn't the physical jump from speed and quickness of the NFL. It's the mental jump that you have to take. Kanell Elam showed up to his interview, pulled out his playbook, and said he'd been studying it, said, ask me any question about it. When he was on his way to Buffalo, he already had the defensive playbook, was already studying it. I think he'll be able to pick up the concepts and everything you have to mentally to go along with a player who's physically incredibly gifted on a really good team. And then, Chris, one other thing, the quarterbacks he's going to play against a couple times in the division. Tua Tagovailoa, very much up in the air. I know he has a lot of weapons, but I don't think that's exactly strikes a lot of fear in you just yet. You've also got Mac Jones in his second year, and then you've got Zach Wilson in his second year. You know, younger quarterbacks with a lot to prove, but against a team like the Bills, when they have to be throwing to keep up with the Bills offense, I think Kanell Elam is going to have plenty of opportunity. He's going to make the most of it.
And a complete team in the Buffalo Bills. He might be the final piece. Bills fans hope to get to the Super Bowl and maybe win it this time. The favorite, though, for the Defensive Rookie of the Year is Aiden Hutchinson, who was for a long time the favorite to go number one, ended up going number two to Detroit. Who would your pick for Defensive Rookie of the Year be?
All right, you guys can just call me a homer right now. I'm going to go with Jermaine Johnson, the defensive end out of Florida State, who absolutely plummeted in the draft. Again, I thought before the draft he was one of the best defensive ends production-wise coming out of this year's class. And then instead of going, possibly in those top three, he drops all the way down to where the Jets select him at 26. I think it was one of the steals of the draft. And Aiden Hutchinson, curious about upside. How much more does he have left in him? Kayvon Thibodeau, what's his motivation? Does he want to build a brand or does he want to be great? Trayvon Walker's the one wild card who I think could have a big year, but Jacksonville still has a long way to go. Playing in New York matters. You have the New York brand, that market behind you, and you come in with a chip on your shoulder and you have a big year, which I think Jermaine Johnson will have. I think Jermaine Johnson is a great value play here who's going to get a ton of sack production just like he did at Florida State this past year because he felt slighted because Georgia wasn't playing him, just like he feels slighted now because he dropped so far in the draft. Playing with something to prove, I think he proves his critics wrong this year as a rookie.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.